Hello everyone, this is Jer. Just read an update that Klei Fest is next week, and they're announcing an update, Oxygen Not Included. Currently have What a Blast, and we'll find out what the next update's going to be. Now, that is, I'm expecting that's going to be on June 15th, the start of Klei Fest, but we'll see the actual date as next week approaches. Now, that has impacted my plans. First of all, my What a Blast series, I'm accelerating the releases so that the final release date will be on June 14th, and I'm going to be putting 3 episodes a day out on that. Until then, the other thing is my live play that I've started recently. I'll be starting that over so that I make sure that I've got a new game that has the actual updates in it. I'm sure you'll understand. So today I'm just going to do some prep for the update. And this is just going to be the highlights, not a full playthrough. I'm going to go in classic mode. And I have a thought about this. I'm going to choose this asteroid for my update, because my guess is the update is going to involve a new story trait. It may not, but if it does, it'll be more likely to be within this asteroid than in a faraway asteroid if I played spaced out. So that's why I think I'm going to do that. Now, if I find out that the update is better suited for a different asteroid, then I'll look at that. Or maybe better yet, what if the update is actually an entire new asteroid? Which I would be really thrilled if it was. I'm not necessarily expecting that. They haven't released any new updates or asteroids anytime soon. So I'm going to play on the default world within the classic view. Let's get going. So here is my team. We've got Researcher to do some research, Miner to dig and explore around for us, and Rancher to tend to some hatches that are in the area. I've called this Update Prep, so I can do a little bit of prepping before the update is here. Let's get going. Before I get into construction, just having a look around, decided I'm going to use these as a future nature reserve. Just going to measure this out. See if I can get a place to sleep, place to eat. Oh, and look at this. Oh, I love when this works out. 4 tiles for each floor. That's going to be the living area. I'm going to do a little trick here that I've learned with the laboratory that's coming up. And I'll have a place down here for hatches. I'm going to have to do some water engineering to drop that. Let's look at temperature quick. A little bit of heat over in this area, but nothing too bad, so I think we're going to be good. Okay, let's get construction going. We're nearing the end of the first cycle, and I've got 2 outhouses, 3 outhouses. And that's sitting in a latrine. I also have 3 cots for the dupes to sleep in a barrack. So they're going to get a +1 to morale from each one of these guys. So now I've got a new manual generator and a battery to create some power. I've got this oxygen diffuser to handle the case where oxylite might run out. I shouldn't say might, it definitely is going to at some point. And we need oxygen, because oxygen is not included. Miner is putting the final touches on a 2nd research station. That's going to create a laboratory very early on. And this is thanks to a James for letting me know that this printing pod actually counts as a light source. So now we can start to do some research. The first thing will be mass tables. It is time to bring on our next dupes. This is Hugger. They don't have interest in ranching. I want them to do some ranching skills, but they are an animal lover. So welcome to the team. Looking up here, looks like we have our mess hall giving a +1 to morale. So that's good news. Just a quick correction on this mess hall. It's actually giving us a +3 morale and a +1 for each of the other 2 rooms. Didn't take too long till I upgraded the mess hall to a great hall. Now it's getting a +6 to morale when the dupes are in here eating. Jumbo batteries in the base. I don't know if it's that exciting of a thing, but there it is. The dupes have their very own rock crusher. Place to relieve some stress by smashing this button. We're generating some metal, so let's create some metal for our constructions ahead. Our next dupe is Builder, who is +8 to construction, but they're also handy, so they're actually +11. Welcome to the team, Builder. Dupes now have a supercomputer, They were a little disappointed that there's no video games on it, but we can actually use the supercomputer to actually unlock video games. So maybe some cycle dupes. We've got our first stable. We're going to be feeding hatches, dropping off hatches here at high priority. Make this a high priority thing. No dupe can actually use this right now. But if we look at our skills, Hugger is getting close to being able to have the critter ranching 1 skill. Next dupe is about to join us. This is Runner. They have a +7 to athletics. They can move around the base, but they also are a grease monkey and a gourmet. So welcome Runner to the base. I'm digging a path down here to get to the teleportation machine, because I want to send a dupe over there pretty soon. So Hugger has a critter ranching 1 skills, and we have the first hatches inside our stable here. So we're going to be tending to them and making them produce eggs much faster. Calories are quite low at the moment, so desperately searching out some of these buried objects in hopes of finding some muck root around. Next on the menu is Chef joining the team. They're interested in cuisine, cooking. So let's call them Chef. Welcome to the team, Chef. So I've got 7 dupes right now. I want to go up to 8. But I want to get access to this guy here, the teleportation machine, to get my 8th dupe. So they'll have 3 skills. They can work towards the Mentronics engineering, but I can't quite get through because someone has to get their ability to dig through Abyssalite. But that will be coming in shortly. Builder's stuck. I'm sure they have something to do while the other dupes get them out. Got this giant pit down here where I'm going to store water. Already put in a pump, pipe, and power for it. So we can start draining all these spots here. Drain this one too. As well as the one up here. So the dupes put that in. I even put a little wall here just to try to avoid the water splashing back. We'll see if that's enough. So this pump is now having access to water. Let's get rid of this pump. I will connect this water system with this new line over here. Plants are not happy about that, but not concerned. That's just going to allow me to be able to explore and build in some of these areas where water was taking up space. So we want to put rooms over here, dupes. Hopefully this was big enough. We'll find out. So that water has flooded out. A little bit of mopping will be needed around here. Unfortunately, this completely filled up, so I'm not going to be able to drain this one just yet, but I'll work around that for the time being. So now we have a nature reserve on base, so the dupes are going to go in and out of that nature reserve, getting a +6 morale bonus every time they go to the Great Hall, the latrine, or their barracks. It's now time to use the teleporter. Gonna see the destination. Not too far away. So let's send the dupe that doesn't have any skills yet, Builder. I haven't given them anything. So I knew they were going to go on this mission. Hold on, I better check Builder's schedule. They've got just enough time to get going. Hurry up, Builder. Builder's approaching the teleporter. I'm going to have to hit the button as soon as they get there. Teleport. And they have arrived. So Builder has unlocked this dupe here, which I'm going to call Engineer. So they're going to work towards the Menetronics engineering skill. Now, they're interested in operating, which is perfect for that skill set. They are a mouth breather, and they consume 100 grams more of oxygen. Normally, I would never let this dupe on, and I would re-roll. Except for the fact that this is just a playthrough preparation for the Oxygen Not Included update. So I'll just live with the fact that they're a mouth breather. But I'm going to send them back to this world so that they can build things over there. And eventually, give us the ability to do Minitronics engineering. Welcome to the team engineer. So now we have a power plant. So I'll be able to get engineered to be able to use this to enhance the power that we're producing from the manual generator. We're also outputting oxygen now with an electrolyzer and getting a little bit of hydrogen. So that's going to accumulate at the top of the base. So I'm going to get the dupes, create a pump to pump that out, so that we can eventually make a hydrogen engine right here. Got this room down here to add the lullaby effect to eggs. Just gotta convince Hugger that they're not allowed to leave until all eggs have been processed. So this is the first egg that will have the lullaby effect. Speed things up just a little bit. Take that. Oh, you're going to dig out over here. So I've got this manual generator to force them to go over here. I said, force them to go. Oh, this is. It's not supposed to be a knot. Let's fix that right now. And then once that is out, I can remove this. It's just wasting power if that's on. And I can get them to do another egg, forcing them to take an egg that doesn't have the lullaby effect. And this is important because food sources getting low. We very much like to have these eggs hatched as soon as possible. So Hugger is on the case. So all eggs now have the lullaby effect applied to them. Now I've got this spot here where dupes are taking eggs that are laid here and dropping them off here at high priority so that Hugger can attend to them. I've added this little automatic dispenser so that I can tell the dupes to move the eggs from here to over here, so I can reapply the lullaby effect once it runs out. So once those drop off, Hugger will put one in there. We're going to give it a hug, adding the lullaby effect to it. Just to distract it from building a tile. That's going to now be dropped off. Oh yeah, well, you can dig through tiles. Awesome. So this brings Hugger over so that I can guarantee that they're going to pick a bag that doesn't have the lullaby effect. Now we can go through a cycle of adding the lullaby effect to all the eggs once again. Oxygen is getting a little bit low, so I added this second electrolyzer. I should add the oxygen back so the dupes can breathe. Dupe over on this other world is not feeling that well, but they have set up a place to give them a little bit more morale. They've got a barracks and a latrine. Get rid of this barracks. This barracks specifically, too, has a nature reserve in front of it. But I'd like to clean up the air for them, but we don't have the tech for that, so I guess you're going to have to wait. Oh, hang in there. I'm waiting for this to recharge to send them back. 92%. You're coming home soon, Builder. Just hang on. Got a gift of pip eggs. I can't say no to that. Just wait for them to hatch. First egg is hatched. Don't want to convert it to meat because my stables aren't filled up yet. So we're going to wrangle you. Check why that isn't. Oh yeah, I was looking for hatches over here. So maybe I've got to do repair job. At high priority. Oh, and someone's going to let you out, I suppose. Excellent. Teleportation equipment over here is been recharged, so it's time to bring Builder back to the home world. Done a good job setting up a few things, but they're going to be more useful back home. So let's send them there. And we've got our full team together again, all 8 dupes in one place. So we've added some automation lights around here, and gonna soon have that in the kitchen. Switch to eating dirt, or as the input to dirt and water in this machine temporarily while we're trying to fill these guys up, stables, and eventually any future critters that are born here will become meat for the dupes to consume in the form of barbecue meat. Hydrogen has been building up in all these rooms, so just put in some mesh tiles just at the top of each of the rooms so that hydrogen will flow up here. I even have this detector. This is detecting whether there's hydrogen, and if it's that hydrogen for 134 seconds, it's going to allow this to pump down. I don't have my hydrogen generator online right yet, just because I want to wait for a smart battery and heavy watt wire system to be in place. So now we've got a heavy watt wire system in here, and we've got two circuits going out. One that is going to visit the laboratory and everything above the base, and then a lower circuitry system. So now we can actually utilize this. This already has a tune-up. Hydrogen is on the way, and we'll be able to start burning power, or burning hydrogen, turning that into power. So I should see the dupes on the manual generator a lot less from this point on. I've got a smart battery to turn this off when maximum power has been reached in the battery. So a few changes now. First of all, I've got tiling across all these rooms, just allowing the dupes to run in and out a little quicker. We have a washroom, so running water going in and out. That's giving a +2 morale, but also the dupes don't have to unclog the outhouses. Temporary outhouses were here. I guess they can go now. And the other thing is I had to put another electrolyzer down here because that oxygen area here was getting a little low. So we've got 3 of them running. And we put in some deodorizers, especially where we had all these polluted bottled waters that are generating polluted oxygen. This is a big moment in the game. We've got the first hatch that is in excess. No point putting them in the ranchers and the stables. So now they've just been converted to meat. If I click over here quickly, now barbecue becomes an option. I'll make that forever. I'll make sure this building is set to be high priority. Someone's picking up that meat, putting it down here. Chef will be cooking that for us. Get the dupes to do something else. And Chef should shortly be generating our first piece of barbecue meat. That's going to allow us to work on the carnivore achievement. We'll get 4,000 calories. Oh, another one. Excellent. So it's going to be 8,000 between the two of them. Assuming that Chef is able to create some barbecue meat. I just want to tell the dupes quickly. Make sure to store barbecue meat. It's at the top in the fridge. Got myself a materials study terminal. We're going to make sure that's in a laboratory so it gets an efficiency bonus. We've got 2 radiation lamps storing uranium ore, which I mined right here. So that makes it easy for the dupes to load in this. And in between his rebel generator, had it set to a point down. And I've got logic in here for the machine to tell me when it's full, because there's no point running this when I don't need any rebels, because that takes a lot of power. And speaking of a lot of power, I built 2 of these. I'm going to disable this one, but it's going to be there just as a backup. But I re-enabled the other manual generator. So this is allowing me to advance my research. But I think that's going to be it for today. Get this dupe to work on another egg. So pretty much just practicing, getting myself ready for the next update, which is coming next week. And if oxygen not included, I have no idea what it's going to be. So just letting you know that this playthrough is just going to go until I get to that point. But I'm going to play this every day, just advance. I'll share my highlights. And whenever the update is ready, I'll be starting a new game and we'll check that out. Until then, thanks for checking this out, and hopefully I'll see everyone once the new update is out. Until then.